At the invitation of Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, the Prime Minister of Malaysia undertook a state visit to Pakistan from the 2nd to the 4th of October. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim held important conversations with President Asif Ali Zardari and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. The two Prime Ministers also co-chaired the Malaysia-Pakistan High-Level Business Dialogue, which witnessed active participation from a diverse group of Pakistani and Malaysian business persons. Bilateral discussions covered a wide range of bilateral, regional, and global issues of mutual interest, including those being faced by the Muslim Ummah. The two sides agreed to strengthen institutional mechanisms to enhance bilateral dialogue and cooperation, including on economic and trade issues. A notable highlight of the visit was the signing of two memoranda of understanding on trade cooperation and telecommunication capacity building. The two sides also agreed to enhance aviation cooperation with 4 additional weekly flights between Pakistan and Malaysia. Additional Foreign Secretary, Afghanistan and West Asia, Ambassador Ahmad Naseem Waraij, led the Pakistan delegation to the 6th meeting of the Moscow Format Consultations on Afghanistan held in Moscow on 4th of October. In the joint statement, the Moscow Format countries expressed deep concern over the security situation in Afghanistan, noting the continued threat posed by terrorist and separatist groups to global and regional stability. They emphasized the need for Afghanistan to take comprehensive measures to combat terrorism and prevent its territory from being used against neighboring countries and the wider region. Pakistan strongly condemns the heinous terrorist attack near the Karachi airport last night, which claimed the lives of 2 Chinese engineers while injuring another. We extend our deepest condolences and sympathies to the families of the victims and offer prayers for the swift recovery of the injured. This barbaric act will not go unpunished. Pakistan's security and law enforcement agencies will spare no effort in apprehending the perpetrators and their facilitators. This act of terrorism is an attack not only on Pakistan but also on the enduring friendship between Pakistan and China. We will bring to justice those responsible for this cowardly attack, including the Majid Brigade. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is in close contact with the Chinese Embassy for coordination and facilitation. Pakistan and China are close partners and iron brothers, united by a bond of mutual respect and shared destiny. Pakistan reaffirms its unwavering commitment to the safety and security of Chinese nationals, projects and institutions in Pakistan, and will continue to work hand in hand with our Chinese brothers to defeat the forces of terror. As we complete a year of Israel's war on the people of Gaza, we honor the 42,000 lives lost, overwhelmingly women and children. Pakistan remains deeply concerned about the starvation and genocide of the people of Gaza. The past year has seen Israel's indiscriminate and horrifying attacks on civilian targets, including hospitals, schools, and shelters. This week, Israeli forces conducted airstrikes on Khalifa bin Zayed School in northern Gaza, the mosque in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza, and the refugee camps in Jalabia and Tulkarm. These attacks, which claimed the lives of innocent civilians, including children and women, represent egregious war crimes being committed by Israeli occupation forces with impunity. As we reflect on the last year of the conflict, we call upon the UN Security Council to act decisively and impose an immediate and permanent ceasefire protecting the people of Gaza. Israel shall be held accountable for its war crimes and crimes against humanity. Pakistan is deeply concerned at the recent developments with respect to IIOJK as a tribunal handling matters under the Unlawful Activities Act has upheld the Indian Home Ministry's decision to extend the ban on Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front (JKLF) as an unlawful association for an additional 5 years. We also remain concerned at the continued incarceration of the leader of JKLF, Mr. Yasin Malik, who has been framed in fictitious cases and is facing a death sentence. We urge the Indian authorities to immediately release Mr. Yasin Malik and lift ban on JKLF and other outlawed political parties. Pakistan will continue to extend political, diplomatic, and moral support to our Kashmiri brothers and sisters for the just and peaceful settlement of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. A high-level Saudi delegation led by Minister for Investment, Engineer Khalid bin Abdulaziz Al Fateh, will visit Pakistan from 9th to 11th of October 2024. The delegation comprises representatives from a wide spectrum of government agencies and private sector entities. The Saudi delegation is scheduled to meet with the President and Prime Minister of Pakistan. This visit is aimed at lending positive impetus to enhanced bilateral cooperation and mutually rewarding economic partnership. The visit comes in the follow-up of the understanding reached between Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif and Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, His Royal Highness Mohammed bin Salman, in April 2024 to enhance economic cooperation between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. Pakistan will host the 23rd meeting of the Council of the Heads of Government of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization member states from 15th to 16th of October 2024 in Islamabad. The Council of Heads of Government is the second highest decision-making body of SCO. In his capacity as the current chair of the CHG, Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif will preside over the upcoming CHG meeting. We expect high-level participations from SCO members, the observer state of Mongolia, Turkmenistan as a special guest, and representatives of international organizations including Conference on Interaction and Confidence-Building Measures in Asia, CICA, Commonwealth of Independent States, and the European Economic Community. The CHG meeting will discuss cooperation in the fields of economy, trade, environment, socio-cultural linkages, as well as reviewing the performance of the organization. The leaders will adopt important organizational decisions to further enhance cooperation among SCO member states and approve the budget of the organization. Since becoming a member in 2017, Pakistan has worked consistently and constructively to strengthen good neighborly relations and mutually beneficial cooperation among SCO member states. Hosting of CHG by Pakistan reflects the abiding commitment of Pakistan to the purposes and principles of the SCO Charter and the values of the Shanghai Spirit. I thank you.